Hello everyone and welcome to Brickstars. Here we're going to talk about how to get a deal. Now today is Cyber Monday and of course you may not be watching this video on Monday, but the deals don't stop there. And who doesn't love a good deal? So what we know of course is that usually the sets that go on sale during these types of things are ones that are less desirable and ones that may not be as popular. Of course, you probably will not see big sets like the big icon cars or Forestmen or Pirates or any of the major themes, but rather you'll find themes that are a bit more obscure and things that are not as popular. And fair enough, that's usually how sales work. That's as expected. But as you just see quickly kind of going through this Lego website here, the sets you don't really see, at least I don't see anything that I'd particularly want, and I could probably speak for some of you as well. Of course, there's some interesting things, not to knock on Lego at all, and of course they try, but that's not the purpose of this video. What we're going to look at is how to get a deal. Now, on Amazon, there were other deals that we didn't have on the Lego website, and they have appealing prices. You look through this and you see this guitar set, you see this Mercedes set, camper, and there's prices that look appealing, like almost 40% off or 34% off or whatever, this one here. And of course some of these may appeal to you. Now, the thing to keep in mind, as with most Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, when they throw out these big words, how do we really know that this price isn't the regular price? They sometimes do adjust prices and things like that. So for example, here we have it. This is also kind of that bit of a set that I probably wouldn't get for myself, but I could see appeal, for example, in the house to be mocked into something else, for example. And we have 46% off on this website. Now that 46% off sounds great and $42 total, but what I do have is this program. And what Keepa does, and you could search this up, we can also put a link in the description, is it tracks the prices. Now, this has been a game changer for us when it comes to Amazon, because I don't want to be spending a price that I know is not high. So the nice thing about Keepa is it actually lets us see the lowest day price, of course, the week price, month, and you could go all the way to year. So when the set came out, for example, it was a steady $80. And now, if we go to week, we could see it's at 43. Now, it actually went up to 70. It was at 47. So you could see they had the price on December 1st at 47. Before that, you could see even on Black Friday, it was 56. Before that, 44. So 44, sorry. So they do adjust the price all the time. And they had a big long spell here of $70, only to drop it, raise it again, and drop it. So you got to watch that trend. And this can continue on. Now, like I said, this Mercedes set, 37% off here. Great price. This is a great set. This is something actually that I have and that we have. And you can see in this case, we went from $28 down to that 25. And then here, we actually dropped down to 21. So for this case, you'd probably be wise to buy this set at this time for this price if this is something that you were looking for, because previously you're kind of hovering at 28. So you do save some money. Now 28 is still not 35, so this of course does for sure look more appealing, and when you look at that it looks, wow, like that's awesome. But you're still getting a better deal than what you'd normally get. This one, Friends Beach, again, probably not the most, I'd say for AFOLs, maybe not the most popular set, but definitely a good Christmas present, for example, if you have people that like this type of thing. And you can see the price here actually dropped at its lowest point in the last 3 months. So this would be a great buy at this price of $84. Previously we were at $110, and we had some sales where it was hovering around $100, but obviously dropping down to less than 90 is pretty good. This set is small and it's kind of getting a little older, so I think that for this one they're gonna continue having a pretty low price. But interesting enough, it was hovering at that $15.99 mark, and it did drop down a couple dollars, but overall you're most likely going to find this set at a lower price. I'd say this set is even on its way out, just because it has been a few years now. The Fender guitar is definitely an interesting set here, and you can see you save $30, but take a look at that. Just a few weeks ago, it was at the same price. So you don't gotta hop on this one, you don't gotta rush and buy it and box it up. You're better off waiting, because you could see that they have these sales all the time. So that may speak for the set that it's not as popular. Now, personally for us, we're not huge fans of Technic, but there are some people that are. For me, I think their Technic cars, especially, they do have curves, which is nicer than the Lego equivalents, but they're also a little more clunky. They don't necessarily look like models, but you could see that that price is pretty much continuous. So you're not really getting any kind of a advantage here by buying it at this time, so you can probably pass. This Technic Shelby as well, $40 instead of $50. Now it actually dropped way lower right before. So this one, even though it's advertised as being kind of 20% off, wouldn't recommend buying it now. You're better off waiting. So anyways, you can play this game all the time. The nice thing with Keepa is it's free, and this video is not a promotion by any means. We don't get anything from Keepa. It's just something that we wanted to do to kind of spread the information, especially because as Lego is quite expensive nowadays, the prices have increased and all that kind of stuff. You definitely want to utilize any advantage you can get. So this truck I love. I actually just ordered it, and you can see $16, normally $20, but it's pretty much constantly $16 now. This does work on the Canadian website. Of course, you may know we're based out of Canada, so for us it was 20 Canadian dollars. Our dollar is a little worse than the American, well, a lot worse, and normally 25. But for us, this was the first time it actually dropped to that level. Before that, it was a steady 25. So unlike the US Amazon, where it's been at 15 for a long time now, 15 US dollars, for us it just finally dropped to 20, so I jumped on this one. A couple other interesting ones, 20% off on this Hogwarts Castle. I love these sets. They look really nice. They have nice minifigures. They are branded, which isn't our favorite as far as Brickstars go, but my wife loves them and they're quite fun to build. And I could see a lot of mocks that you could do to end up with kind of something that would fit into other themes as well. It is a bit simple. Granted, it's less than 400 pieces, but you do save $20. However, take a look at that. You're constantly riding that $35 mark, so don't have to jump on this one either. Now, this set has been out for a while, actually. I believe we got it at a lower price than this. And as you can see, yep. So now it's advertised as 98, whereas previously it was actually 66. So this one, you definitely want to wait. Now, this is the price I believe we got it at. You could see the prices kind of drop down once, down a bit more as the set gets a little older. So you definitely can track patterns on these things and find out a way to sort of maximize what you get. And this is the last thing we're going to look at here. The thing to note is that here I've been giving this random coupon that actually drops at $24. So in that case, it would end up being less than 100. It would be 96. But what you can keep in mind is, what about sale prices? So you don't get necessarily an advantage. Actually, I noticed that Amazon sometimes does this, where they'll offer the coupons instead of putting a low price, and that price just ends up matching the low prices that it had anyways. So keep that in mind. Hopefully this advice helps you, let us know in the comments what you thought about this video. I know we're just trying to we're sort of showing the sales that you're not going to have anymore, but it's not just that. What we're trying to do here is almost show you, teach you the way that you yourself could take this app or other similar apps, make decisions to end up getting yourself the best deal on Lego, because like we said, not cheap, and you definitely want to save where you can. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more advice, stay tuned for more videos. We got a lot of things planned, including mocks and all kinds of other fun stuff. And until next time.